Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. We just kind of wanted to take a chance and recap this last year.
I think the best place to begin would be the beginning of the channel, like before the channel even was a thing.
So back to 2021.
Yeah, so I wanted to clear up some things as to why we do things the way we do it. Starting with why we chose Saturdays. Well, I have this weird thing where I like days and numbers and things to match up, and for me it was whatever day the first landed on was going to be when we did our videos. It just happened to be Saturday. Now the other thing that I think actually more people are confused by, since I know most people post at least every other week.
Every week.
Or every week, sorry. Most people post every week.
We post every other week.
Yes, and the reason that we did that is due to our work schedules, and it works the best with our schedules, as well as I have done channels in the past. I did try to do the every week thing, and it was too much for me to try to live my life, work a full-time job, try to do a YouTube video every week. So I decided with this channel that I was not going to stress myself out with that, and that every other week was going to be sufficient. So the first half of the year was mostly just videos on getting to know us. I really wanted to introduce the channel well, so hence why the intro to the channel was like a 3-video series in January. Beyond that, we had my intro video, his intro video.
Well, my intro video was a little late.
Yours was a little late. So we had a lot of filler videos also during the first half of the year.
That was my fault.
So the filler videos were basically meant to fill in the time period. For instance, when Pam was running really late on his video, we put the dog kennel makeovers for that time period. When we were trying to purchase the property that we have,
That took some time.
That took some time, so we had some filler videos during that time period. And when we finally did get the property, we also had vacations coming up that were pretty close to back, and we didn't want to get started on a project just to have to turn around and stop to go on a vacation,
to go
come
see
back,
family,
and then have to go right back out again.
Yeah.
We didn't want to do that, so we decided that the best thing to do was to wait till after the vacations were over and then go for it, which is what we did. And then finally we got to the second half of the year, which we actually were doing the stuff that we have been doing a lot lately.
some of the property renos.
And we're gonna kind of go over the 3 different types of videos that we had, starting with 2 of the types of videos, which were downsizing videos. Now we're gonna start with everybody's, it seems like, least favorite content, which is the Decor Downsize. They're long and drawn out. I understand that.
All until the last one.
All until the last one, yes. The last one was a much better layout. I think I put that together a lot better. I needed a different way to do it anyway, because I don't know if...
There was a lot for that last one.
There was a lot of Christmas decorations, and it had to have a better layout. It wasn't gonna work out like the rest of them did. And honestly, through that, I think I have discovered a better method to do the Decor Downsizes.
So after Decor Downsize, we have the kitchen downsize?
Yes, kitchen downsize. I'm definitely ready to get to the next section, because during the last part of kitchen downsize, we had to clear some space for some of the stuff, because it actually ended up taking up more space because I was setting it in there neater, and neater means kind of more spread. And it pushed over my pots a little bit, and now my pots and pans are kind of standing on top of each other. They're starting to slide back over to the side that has the storage containers in it, and it's just kind of been a hot mess, and having to dig through the pots and pans to find the pot or pan you want.
Or need.
Has been less than stellar.
But speaking of the kitchen, I figure it's a good chance for a drawer update. We obviously were talking about doing the food storage stuff and how that went, and I think that's still doing really good. But we also had our junk drawers, and surprise to me, they've actually stayed really good.
Yeah, no, it's been wonderful, because you pick something out, and when you go to put it away or put stuff away because you've been a little bit bad about keeping stuff out, which we've actually done pretty good about not doing this, is having drawers like that.
I think with everything having a spot, it makes you want to put it back in that spot the second you're done with it. It finds its way back to the spot, yes. But I'm really proud of it. It's actually stayed very neat and organized, and has not become a catch-all of random junk. Now moving on to everyone's favorite video series on the channel, Property Reno. And we have come a long way on Property Reno. It started out like a jungle up there.
It did. But we took out a lot in that first episode.
Yeah. Probably could have took out more if we'd used the chainsaw a little bit sooner.
Yeah, would you like to talk about the reason why?
I guess
because I was like like let's use a chainsaw, let's get this out. But
I was the one that was reserved against it.
He had a few particular reasons which made sense.
One, it's not our chainsaw.
first and foremost.
His dad has been wonderful to let us lend that to us.
To let us use that whenever we needed to. But I'm not familiar with them that well. I'm not proficient with them. I think I've only used them a handful of times before that, if at all. I honestly don't know for sure. And it was in a chain link fence. A lot of that stuff was in a chain link fence. And I didn't want to be the guy who gets hurt with a chainsaw because they overestimated their ability and, you know, got hurt with the chain link fence and everything else. We did start using it when we got away from the chain link fence, and I'm a lot more proficient with it now, a lot more comfortable with it, but I didn't want to take chances then. But I think we've come a long way from the start point to the end point, and I don't think there's too much left that we'll need the chainsaw for. Now, we've been kind of avoiding the stuff right in front of the building, and I have a reason for that, and we'll go over that in another video, which is what this lovely package is all about.
In fact, it's going to be our next property reno video. We're going to stray away from doing more weeds, and we are going to touch the building.
So if you're wondering what's in this, go ahead and watch that video and get subscribed so you can see it when it does post. What about goods and bads? I know back when I was around my aunt and uncle a lot, we used to eat dinner and they always had us talk about what our least and most favorite things of the day were. You know, your high and your low of the day. So in the spirit of that, I figured we'll go through our least and most favorite video of this year. So what was your least favorite video of this year?
Definitely, probably our future goals videos, like all three of them, like no one in particular, all three of them.
The whole
series. Were so dry and boring, but we knew that going into it.
And they were long and drawn out.
Yeah, we knew that going into it though, because we just needed to like spew out what the whole intention is, what our goals were, what we are doing.
We wanted to tell you guys and give you guys an update and kind of let you see what's coming, because I think that was during the time of the filler stuff.
It was during a time of the filler stuff, and it was the opportunity to be like, all right, this is the goal, this is what we're doing.
So we can inform you guys. We wish we had a better way of doing that.
Yeah, but that just needed to be blurbed and spilled out and just taken the process of 3 very long and boring videos. What's your least favorite?
The same thing.
Same, yeah.
For many of the exact same reasons. What's your favorite?
My favorite? So this is a cross. So I really like the camper reveal video. I can't even think of the technical name of it right now, but I really like the camper reveal video because although it was the shortest video on the channel, it felt like it had the most promise. And even while recording that video, there was a moment where we both laid on the bed just to like chill out for a minute, I guess, after looking at it. And I just like looked through the opening to the rest of the camper and I was just like, that was the moment this just started to feel so real. I don't even know how to explain. Like, I'm even getting excited talking about it now. It just felt so real. It felt tangible. It felt like something I could just reach out and grab, you know? If not that one, it would be literally the last video that we put out, which is the Christmas Decor Downsize, which is really funny because those are probably some of our lesser liked videos. But the thing about it was I went for a different style for that video for the reason of just there was so much stuff to go through. But honestly, when I got it done, my vision that I went through with, it looked so professional. It looked so good. Like there was so much improvement compared to any other video on the channel to that video for me. Yeah, no, that one came together so beautifully. So it's between one of those two. I can't really say for sure which one it is, but they have their own particular reasons as to why they're probably my favorites at this point. So that being said, what about your favorite?
My favorite, you and I are very similar people apparently, because to me it's the camper reveal. The camper reveal, like you said, it's the shortest video on the channel, but there's so much potential. There's so much that I can see of where we're gonna go and what I wanna do and what we can do. That thing has miles on it, we know that. It needs a refreshing, but it also needs us to put our mark on it, to make it ours, to make it unique, right?
And make it homey.
Make it home, make it our home. And the level of potential it has, it makes me so excited. Like, it felt like everything we've wanted and have been working for and looking for was finally there. It finally existed. You could physically touch it. We know that we have things to do and we know that it's gonna be a task, but I feel we can do it. And having that ability to tinker on things is so up my alley.
So, with all that being done and all that being said and the entire year worth of videos, what's next? what's happening in 2023? Where are we going from here?
There are so many irons in the fire. It's like, which one do you want to pick up with?
Well, for starters, obviously everybody's favorite thing again, property reno. Definitely going to be doing that. I hope to finish it maybe next year. We are going to go ahead and start making candles. In fact, we have.
Made some candles. We made one batch.
We made one batch. This is part of our first batch. It was a failed batch. These look great on camera.
They're burning just fine.
But they're a failed batch.
To help make more batches more often and work on that flow, we plan to put up a temporary candle making station in our house.
Yes, as soon as we get rid of all this going on. Christmas decorations have to come down first. Then we're gonna start figuring out where and how we wanna set up our little at-home base station. Another thing that's gonna happen in this new year is a lot of downsizing. There's still so much to go, both on and off camera, because we're not gonna put everything on YouTube, because oh my
y'all don't need to see when I find this receipt from 3 years ago. It's no longer relevant.
Yeah, there's just some stuff that some of it's just better off camera, but some of it's just not worth the extra input.
After downsizing, we're gonna try and get the truck.
Yeah, because we already got the camper, which was
kind of out of order.
It was out of order, and we did not intend to get either one of them this year. We still need to get a truck. That is definitely not going to be a this year thing. And we will need to get a travel trailer. Also not going to be a this year thing. In fact, I think we're probably going to get the truck first, because regardless if places can deliver, I'm still going to want to have the ability to move it if I need to.
No, and it was an unexpected blessing in a way.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone that had involvement in that, both storing it and even facilitating and being the middleman of it, because you know who you are, and we couldn't have done it without you. And not even close.
It's a major step. Like, this pushes us so much forward and like ahead.
Yeah, way further than we expected to be.
Hopefully, if we do get the truck, we can get the camper down here and we can start renovating the camper. I don't know. We'll obviously show it on camera, but I don't know what we'll name it. If you guys got name ideas, otherwise it's probably gonna just be something like Camper Reno or something.
Yeah, we'll probably call it Camper Reno, unless you guys can have something more creative down in the comments, and we'll pick the best one we like, I guess.
But as I said, a lot of this is gonna depend on money first and foremost, because everything we're doing is going to cost money, and we are not millionaires. We work a regular job.
Not even thousandaires.
No.
So
we work a regular job.
The money
we're doing this paycheck by paycheck kind of thing.
Spending money on property to fix that, spending money on getting materials and supplies for the candles. Like, there's a lot that our money's already allocated for. So being able to sell some candles would be awesome.
Yeah, not to mention we actually have a few personal life issues that we are trying to take care of at the moment that are going to cost money. The other thing is also just time, our schedules, and we're still trying to live our life and enjoy the people around us, because that's the whole point of this journey, is to have more time with friends and family.
It doesn't make sense to ignore them right now.
Yes, I did say that we would be sacrificing some of that time, but we're not going to sacrifice all of it. We still need to have that time. This video being posted on New Year's Eve is not going to be a typical thing. Whenever we get around to doing our own schedules, I would like to skip the week of Christmas Eve and New Year's, or Christmas in general and New Year's for videos, because I want to be able to focus on whatever family I'm around, friends and stuff like that. The reason we had to do it this way this year is because, one, we still have to maintain the schedules that we have, because we have a structured schedule that we cannot control. And the other reason is because if we would have done it where we did this week, and then because of the way that the weekends that we need to post, we done it next week, it was gonna be a whole month of no videos, and I really didn't want to do that. I want to make sure that, for the most part, it's consistent. Like, if it was just, oh, well, I can just post the next Saturday, it wouldn't have been a big deal, but I couldn't, because that was on our off schedule Saturday. So we went ahead and decided that because of the way things are this year, we would post on New Year's. In the future, again, as soon as we're at the point that we're making our own schedules, we're not going to do this, because we want you guys to focus on your families during this time, and we want to focus on our families. I think this has been a great year, but next year we are going to go so hard. Like, we are going to push for this. So can't wait to see you in the new year. I hope you guys do have a phenomenal new year. Make sure that you do all the partying that you would like to do tonight.
Stay safe, stay warm.
Stay safe. No drinking and driving. Make sure you guys got a DD.
Designated
you know
drivers.
who you are. Anyway, like I said, have a happy new year.
We'll see y'all in the next one.
Yep.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on.